because I've really experienced the fuck shits. But this place is hot. It's not warm, it's fucking hot. Even the oxygen is thick. You know when the atmosphere is thick? Bro, it's like those American movies, like those sorority houses and frat houses, like data new data, like you don't just live here. You don't just live, eat, bath, like you do stuff. Like there's always like stuff to do. There's always like an event. Hi guys, it's your girl Mox and I'm back with another video, and today's video is gonna be about all the things I wish I knew before I came to Stellenbosch University. If you're a returning subscriber, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming back, because you know the vibes. You have a good time on this channel. If you're new to my channel, do hit that subscribe button, like my videos, do all the things, go watch all the other videos, catch up on all the things, and yeah, thank you for stopping by. Hope you stay and you just like, the vibes. I'm not gonna lie, I feel very weird. I've done this video more than once. Today I was just like, no, actually I'm doing this video and this is gonna be like the last time and I'm gonna upload it. I don't care, because honestly, I need to breathe. I need to go home. At this point, I'm tired of being here. I need to just leave. But anyway, today we're gonna talk about welcoming, reses and accommodation, the rooms at res, meals and CLB, the first week of school. Then we're gonna talk about academics and the before and after thing, like first term compared to this term. So like with welcoming week, right, I never expected it to be so deep, but it was so deep. And I'm not gonna give out any spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil it for any first years coming into Stellenbosch next year, but I didn't expect it to be that deep. It was just like a camp more than orientation week. It was like camp. It was like I was back in like grade 7, like grade 8 when we went to like Sweetdale or something, like camp, bro. We would like go on socials with other reses and play games and sing songs in the morning, and it would just like a whole thing. Hey, I think it was less about the like academics. It was more about like getting to know other reses and like genuinely having fun and like walking around still. It was hot. Let me not forget that. It was very hot. Like Stellenbosch is insanely hot. I'm from KZN, but this place is hot. It's not warm, it's fucking hot. Even the oxygen is thick. You know when the atmosphere is thick? It was... Imagine all of that and you're busy singing songs, walking to every res, walking in fucking lines. Oh, it's the lines for me. Oh my gosh. Oh, we used to line up in front of res and like sing in the morning and stuff like that. It was fun. It was like, those movies, those American movies about like sorority houses and frat houses, like it's those type of vibes. And at some point it was very overwhelming, especially for like people of color. I'm not gonna lie, welcoming was very overwhelming for people of color, because when you go to socials, it's mostly white people and white Afrikaans people, and it's all you can hear is just like Afrikaans and stuff, and you're just like, if I could just hear one Zulu person, one Xhosa person, or whatnot, just please, like I really would like to hear something, something I'm used to. It was like, yeah, I know, and like being from KZN, there are white people in KZN, guys, but white people don't speak Afrikaans as much as the white people here. So it was just like, I was really out of my natural habitat, and it was just like very overwhelming, and my social battery would run out like most of the time, because bro, you'd come back to res after social. I remember this one time we went to this one res, it's called Helderberg. It's like so far, like now that I live here and I'm used to it, it's not as far. But during that time, it was fucking far and it was fucking hot. So it was far, and it was like, we went to Helderberg and we came back. I mean, when you go to Helderberg, guys, you don't understand, you go through parks and rivers, like literally, because there's like a little small stream of water, but like you get what I mean. But like, we went to Helderberg, we played games, it was fun, it was actually a very nice social. And we came back and another res was already waiting for us. So I was just like, you know what? I'm actually quite tired and I need to sleep, and I always had to recharge. I was never ready. I wish I was more prepared. I wish I knew, Ubuti, I'm going to be socializing on a daily basis, and the welcoming week is like 2 weeks. So it's 2 weeks of socializing with people, like a lot of people. And at those socials, it's just like, you guys do stuff, like a lot of things I won't say because I don't want to spoil it, but like, your battery, bro, your battery, like my battery, I would just like, no, like it was back to back. That's the thing, it's socials back to back to back. But like, I wish I knew, I wish I was prepared, like I wish I it's like a lot, it's actually a lot. There's like, we need like an itinerary, like, I don't know. But after everything, like the socializing and the welcoming week and all the things you do in welcoming week, it's like you're used to like being on campus, right? You're just used to just like seeing everything and walking around. And when school starts, you know where everything is. You're just like, oh yeah, I know the way to go there, I know the way to go to this and whatnot, and all the buildings and your faculty, you know where the BA building, the BSc things, where you do fucking engineering, you know where everything is. And so it's quite helpful, even though social battery goes crazy. At the end of the day, you're very much used to like Stellenbosch and where everything is, and you're just very familiar with it, which is a very good thing. And you feel more like part of the house, like Minerva. I was like, yeah, like I've been here for a while, and it felt more like home after like that 2-week welcoming thing. It's a very serious thing. Like, welcoming plays a very huge role in how you as a first year spend the rest of the year, and like how you feel at res. And it's a very great experience. I feel like every first year should not miss out on like orientation week, because that week it's one of the best times ever. I won't forget the things that happened there, good and bad, but it really was just like a great time, you know? So let's talk about the reses and accommodation. So Stellenbosch is a town, right? And in this town, there's a university. But at the same time, this university is the town, and it's just like, I don't know, the town is also the university, and the university is also the town. Basically, everything here is just like one thing, and everything is just here. Like, I don't know, everything is just here. So that's Stellenbosch. So all the reses have names, different cultures, different house songs, different colors, different uniforms, t-shirts, merchandise, whatever you want to call it, different badges, flags, logos. Like, it's like, yay, every house has their own house song. They have their own aesthetic, their own thing going on. Like, it's hectic. Think Hogwarts, but Stellenbosch. So instead of like Ravenclaw, Slytherin, like all of them, think Mayuba, Minerva, Eendrag, Irene. Like, we have those. We have Simonsberg, we have Nemesia, we have Metanoia, we have Lydia, we have Monica, we have Harmony. We have a lot of reses. And we also have PSOs. So reses are for people who go here. Like, reses are for people who apply for res. And then there are PSOs. PSOs represent the people who choose to live in private accommodation. So that's like Aurora, Olympus, Olympia, I don't know, Aristia, and so on and so on. But I know they just play a role in like bridging the gap between kids who let me not say kids, bridging the gap between people who stay outside of res, like private accommodation, and people who stay in res, to like make sure we have the same experiences, especially during orientation week and stuff like that, and with like the socializing, to make sure that everyone feels like welcome in the same way, and we experience Stellenbosch in the same way. So I was saying that like reses have their different cultures and their different things going on. So other reses like pranking other reses, we go on socials together as well, we do events together, stuff like that, and it's like fun. It's like, it reminds me of Hostel. It's like, bro, it's like those American movies, like those sorority houses and frat houses, like data new data, like I don't know, like all those theta things. Because I know at my race, because I'm a Minerva, so I'm a Minerviana, we have different sections, and I'm in alpha, and there's beta, there's gamma, then what, there's like all races have different sections in them. Like in a res itself, there's different places in a res, like how there's different places on campus. But that's gonna come up on my next video, where I'm gonna do a res tour of Minerva, like a house tour type thing. Comment down below if you want that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, it's content. So raisers like doing events with each other, and like, raisers and PSOs like doing stuff together, like events, socializing, all of that. Reminds me of Hostel a little bit, but like, yeah, we move. It's just a way to just like always be doing stuff. I mean, to always just socialize, to just always know what's going on in other raisers in a way. Creates unity, I guess. I don't know, but it's like, it's fun. It's really fun. I mean, yeah, those things are fun. Like all of the socials, events, those pranks, it's fun. So now we're gonna talk about the rooms at res. So first years get allocated the rooms that we did not pick the year prior. So this year we had like to pick rooms for next year, but you don't just pick rooms because you're just picking rooms. There's a system for room points. So this is how room points work. In order to get room points, you need to be part of like committees in the house. There are different committees like Culture Com, like Minerva a cappella, like Women Empowerment, Sustainability. There are literally so many committees. Like there's a committee for every single person. But like, the different committees you are in, because that means you're taking part in the things that happen in res, because there's a lot of things that happen in res. Like, you don't just live here. You don't just live, eat, bath, like you do stuff. Like there's always like stuff to do. There's always like an event, there's always like event. I just don't want to spoil stuff. I don't want to say a lot of things. Like some of the things need to be like, you need to be shocked when you see them and when you experience them. So I don't want to do that. So yeah, back to room points. So with that, joining those committees, and also your academics, the way you do at school, like the way you perform plays a role, like your academic average plays a role. And what else? Like it's a lot. If you're part of like sports at the university, if you're like netball team, if you're part of the netball team at res, because like reses have netball teams, like teams in general, rugby teams, hockey teams. It's a lot. It's like I never left high school. It's like I never left. But so there's a whole committee that has to like count up room points and stuff like that, and then a list comes out, and people with the highest points get to pick first, and then yeah, it goes on, and then there's single rooms and there's double rooms. Obviously single rooms are for second years going up, because they definitely will take the single rooms, and then the double rooms go to people who want to be with roommates. But some people don't actually want to have roommates, but they're forced to have roommates because they didn't generate enough room points. And it's a system that I question, because why don't we all just have the same rooms? Like there's absolutely no need. Like we're so old, we're like grown, and why aren't they just like single rooms for everyone? Because I know this one res, like my Yuba for instance, they all have like single rooms. Like why can't we just all have single rooms? Like, hey, it's not my chat. I am not I'm new. I'm just the first year. Because I mean, this room points thing, right? It's like you're already like suffering and struggling there by academics, and you still have to participate in things at res in order to generate enough room points to get a better room for next year. And like, you have academics, you have res life, you have a lot of things going on. Like, I would like to pick a struggle, because on top of academics I have to participate in things at res. So I would like to pick a struggle, and I'd like that struggle to be my academics, not me having to get a nice room. You know, like, I really like pay the same amount to be here. But anyway, we also have a house committee. So house committee is like, what is house committee? It's literally like high school dynamics in a way. Like, house committee is like the prefects, but they're not the prefects, but like they make the big decisions for res. Like, they're in charge during, they're in charge? Are they in charge? I don't know the extent of their being in charge, but they're like the people who make sure that we at res are like, they represent the students who live at res. They represent us that live at res. I think that's, yeah. And they host events. They're in charge of like hosting the events and stuff like that. Yeah, they're very nice people. Yeah, they're very nice people. Like especially the house committee that is gonna like go in next year. It's insane how it's so diverse. Like, it's a lot of like, you see that these people know actually this house comm is gonna like, Minerva's gonna rock. Hey, we're gonna be rocking all year next year. I'm not gonna dwell much on that house committee thing, because it's much better if they explain it themselves, because it's a very deep thing. Like, in order to become house committee member, what did I say like that though? In order to become house committee member, you go through like poster, you have to make a poster, stuff like that. Like, it's you have to be asked questions, a speech, stuff like that. It's hectic. So I'm not gonna like, house meeting is something that happens once a term, I think once a term or a semester, I don't remember, but like, it's where we sit down as a res and like, their emotions, and we speak about the things that we don't like and the things we'd like to see, and they brief us, like house committee briefs us on the things that are going on in res and the changes and stuff. Like, it's good to know what's going on in your res, not just be living there. That's the thing about Stellenbosch, they make sure that you're not just living in res, you're good, like you're having a good time at res, like you're doing stuff, you're included in things that happen at res, and like, I don't know, it's I like it. Personally, I like it. Okay, so moving on from that, we're gonna go to meal bookings and CLB. So with meal bookings and stuff like that, I'm always fighting with people. Oh, I'm not always fighting with people. We're always fighting together about this thing, about how meals are not really included in like res fee. I think like res fee is like 40k or something. So res is 40k, right? And meals, laundry is not included. And actually, you go on the website and you have to increase your quota, and it's like you're eating food on credit, and then you pay for it at the end of the year. So you book meals, like you book Monday, Friday, what, and you book breakfast, lunch, supper. That's like 30 rands, and then at the end of the year, that's gonna accumulate, and then they're gonna give you the amount that you're supposed to pay, and that's not included in the 40k. And I'm always fighting about this, like, then what exactly are we paying for? 40k, that's like a lot. That's more than hostel, because hostel was like 30 something k, and we had meals, laundry, even laundry you do it, you tap your student card there, it's money, you have to pay for it at the end of the year. It's insane. I always think about it, it's mind-blowing how, and your meal quota, like your meal booking quota, like when you book meals, can accumulate up to like 10k, bruh, 15k. Like, it can really get there, like if you're booking high bookers. So I just like, I don't know, And Res food is actually good, but like some people complain about like vegetarian options. How vegetarian options? Okay, we have options. There's standard meal, there's eat well, there's vegetarian, and there's vegan. And yeah, for me as a person who eats standard and eat well and sometimes vegetarian, I enjoy the meals. Some meals, I mean, the shift from welcoming week meals and during the year meals is quite different. But like if you really check the menu, you see like you can actually pick good food. Like it's not scary. It's not like, oh my god, Res food is awful. Res food is good. Like you can get like cottage pie, like what can I think about, like wraps, nachos, like wings and nice things. Like honestly, like it's not like some people complain, and I don't know, sometimes it's good food. Like it really depends on the menu of that week. We also have this thing called COB. I don't know what it stands for, but it's like, you see your student card, you can like tap it at particular stores at the Nielsen. The Nielsen is like a student center. It's like a student mall in a way, and you can like tap to pay for stuff. You have to load it on the website and like tap it to buy stuff. It's like a credit card. It's very toxic. It's very much toxic. It's dangerous. I mean, but like honestly, it really comes through when you actually need to buy stuff and you're really like going through it and it's not a good time in the month. You're actually broke. You're actually just broke and you just need cash and you don't have cash, so you just tap your COB, just like out here tapping. But you have to be careful because that shit can really just like, quite dangerous. But like yeah, it really helps out. It even works at some places like Padco's. There's a little small shop called Padco's. It's like shops between Reses, and then there's a hub, like this place called the Hub, where you can just like get like stir fry, like good food like lasagna, and you can just tap. Just keep tapping, my good sis. Tap, tap, tap. But it's dangerous. It's toxic. You have to remind yourself that actually you haven't paid yet. You haven't paid yet, and you need to be cautious. You need to be careful. So that's one thing. Now we're gonna talk about my first week of school. Yo, that was hectic. No, it really wasn't hectic. I'm being dramatic. I don't literally know what to say, so I'm saying hectic. I need to calm down. We were actually so ready because we were so familiar with campus and everything, because even during welcoming week you go like on a tour around campus and you see everything, and so we were like always on campus every single day, so we were very much aware of places. But the gap between going on socials and like welcoming week, like every day waking up, going to socials, going to sleep, waking up, doing everything, the gap between that and actually starting school was like, if it was big, it was very huge, because like we never got a break to like, the gap huge? If I say that, is it huge? Like we didn't get a break. My point is we didn't get a break. We just like went from this to this like fast. Like it was very quick. We needed a break to just like relax, like rest. We never got time to rest. So straight from welcoming week and all the things we did, it was like school. Now we have school. Now we have to just focus on our academics. It was just like, I don't like that. And like with academics, right? Academics weren't that deep. Like during first term, during first semester, I will say this because I've really experienced the fuck shits right now during the semester as I'm speaking to you guys. And Jay, since I was speaking on that other video, I said a few things about my academic life and it's quite stressful, but it wasn't that deep during first semester. And I don't think we noticed like the way we were panicking. Okay, the way I was panicking, I was like so focused on my grind. Hey, I was like focused, and the work wasn't that much, right? There wasn't a lot of work, and we were always like panicking, and then essays came, and then assignments came, and it was like hectic. And then that random week in March, and then we all went home and then just the fuck shit happened. And like when I compare that to now. Now we're in this part of the video where I'm just like before and after, right? When I compare that to now, the way we were like stressing over work that wasn't that much in first term, now we have like a lot of work, but we're just like, actually, I think I need to nap. Like, honestly, I'm not as stressed as I should be. Like, I'm not even trying. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say like I only have one exam left, but I'm saying I wasn't as stressed as I should have been, like the way I was. I should have taken that energy from first term and put it in this semester, but I'm not. I didn't. I was just like, it is what it is. You know, when you're just like, hey, my face, it's a lot, and I'm really not gonna do a lot now. I'm not even gonna try. It was at that point. You know, when you're just like, I need a break. I need a break from this. I don't know. And I remember me during like first semester. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go out. I wasn't going out with my friends because I was like, I want to settle in and I want to rest. Like, because my social battery really was tested. Like during O week, I was really tested. Like, I was so tired. I was so tired of socializing and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to settle down and like see what my degree is and stuff like that, and what kind of work I have and stuff. And my friends would just like leave me. And I know Lisa, one of my friends, Lisa, is just like, bro, you should have went out now, look at Corona now. And I was like, girl, I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, I was just trying to settle in and stuff like that. And I wasn't going out. But like, at the end of the day, when everything hit, it hit everybody the same way, the same exact way. If you were going out, not going out, we were still getting the same amount of work, same amount of fuck shit was happening to us. So hey, back in high school, I don't know who said this. I don't know who said this in high school, but they were like, when you get to university, it's gonna be chilled. It's gonna be exciting times. You go to class in your own times. Oops. Like, dude, it is not that thing. We just don't have a bell, like an alarm thing that tells us this lesson. Now we're going to this lesson. It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, we have fucking 8 a.m.s. I go to class. I have a class at 8 a.m. I have a class at 4 p.m., which is worse than high school. French at 4. I was shocked. My timetable surprised me. I was like, where on earth am I actually? A class at 4 and it ends at 4:50. I know. I told them, I was like, the people who told us about this thing about university being like an easy thing, like a nice time, a calm place compared to like high school, they lied completely. They lied, because 8 a.m.s, 4 p.m.s, there's like a lot of work. Like, there's just no bell, and you can just like not attend if you don't want to attend. But except for French, you need attendance marks for French and all those things. Some things just need attendance, like experiments, people who do practicals and stuff like that need to be present to get marks and stuff like that. Marks are a thing in university. Like, they're so serious, guys. If you don't, like, it could affect, like, you could like leave res if you don't. Like, you have to pass to stay at res. You have to pass to stay at res. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes academics will make you forget about your skincare routine, and sometimes it's like, we should have stayed in Matric. And that's my chat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you did. I hope it was helpful. If you have any more questions, like, comment down below, and comment down below if it helped you in some way, if you applied to Minerva, like, if you, I don't know, bruh, if you have questions and stuff like that, hit me the fuck up. I will answer the comments. And it's good to interact, because, you know, interact with YouTubers, it really helps us out. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell your friends to tell the other friends to tell the other friends to like, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that need to be done. Thank you, and I'll see you on my next video.